The views and opinions expressed on In Touch are those of the guests and do not necessarily reflect the official party or position of Backyard Broadcasting. Any content provided by our guests are of their opinion, and they are not intended to malign a religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything. Good morning and welcome to In Touch, a Sunday morning public affairs program dedicated to the health and welfare of the Susquehanna Valley residents. I'm your host, Joie Michaels. Join us at this time as we interview the difference makers in the community who want to make the Susquehanna Valley a better place. This morning, we're talking with Pete Hileman. He is the team leader for Christians Helping Honduras, a group formed by South Williamsport United Methodist Church. We're talking about his next trip to help the children of Hondurus, how we can help, and lasagna. Let's turn to our interview with Pete on In Touch, a locally produced service of Backyard Broadcasting.
Good morning. I'm Pete Hileman. I am the team leader for Christians Helping Honduras, a group formed up by South Williamsport United Methodist. And our mission is just what we state. We go to Hondurus and we help where we can. And currently we're working with a school that is called the Happy World School. It's a school that's free for the poorest children in the southeastern area. San Marcos de Colon is the name of the town. There are about 65 to 70 kids that attend this school. They pay zero tuition. They get a strong education from a Christian standpoint. They have 5 teachers and a cook. Pastor Achilles is the director of the school, and he's an interesting story. He was a medical doctor 10 or 15 years ago, and on direction from God, he quit his medical practice, became a minister, and serves the poor. So these kids come from homes that typically don't value education because they could be put to work for income for the families that struggle. The average income in the area is $250 a month. School teachers make $383 a month. So I lead the mission team. This will be my fourth trip to this school in January, and when we're there, we're going to repair and replace pieces of the playground that are dangerous and just spruce up the whole area with a fresh coat of paint. We're also going to deliver what we call care packages to the families of these students to help them and show them that we're aware of their needs beyond just the student. A big attraction of the school to the parents is that the kids get a snack when they get there, and they get a hot lunch, and they get uniforms to wear, so that eases the financial burden on the parents. So for this, the message this morning is that we are having a lasagna dinner at Eat and Run restaurant in the Commerce Drive Tower Park, I believe it's called, area of Williamsport, just off the Faxon exit. It's October 28th from 4 to 8. Can get tickets at the door, but we would prefer to know in advance or sell you tickets in advance so that we have an accurate head count by Monday the 25th. I think we have 3 seatings. We have a 4:15, a 5:30, and a 7 o'clock seating. We're attempting to maximize the facility to get the most people we can in there.
Well, how did you get started? What brought you into the trips that you are making? You said this is your 4th one. So what got you started in this? Okay,
I started in 2010. I went to an orphanage called Hondorus, and there are some other people in the greater Williamsport area that still go there. And I went there for 5 years. And in 2014, I thought it would be a good idea to take the older kids, the teenagers from the orphanage, on a mission trip within their own country. You know, they're on the receiving end of mission work, and I wanted them to experience what it's like to be on the giving end. So we located this school. We took 20 kids maybe down to it, about a 3-hour bus ride. and we stayed there for a couple days and just played with the kids. We helped take care physically of the property, picked up some trash, mowed some grass. That's a misnomer. They actually mow with machetes. And some of the older kids witnessed to these children about what their experience had been with Jesus and God and mission work. And I think I forgot to mention earlier that the school is for pre-K through grade 6. So these kids were, 5 to 10 years older than the kids they were talking to. And it was just a good experience. And in 2015, we went back again. So that's how I got started there. And eventually I started going to that school rather than the orphanage.
And why Hondorus? What drove you there?
Nothing in particular. There was a woman that I attended church with. I'm 71 years old, and I started going down there when I was 60. This woman, Kay Collins, lives in Montoursville, and she's a year or two older than me, and she kept telling me I would go, that I would enjoy it, and the kids would like me, that kind of thing. And I just ran out of excuses and went, and I just fell in love with the place. It's a beautiful country. They're industrious people. They're just looking for opportunity. And the country's been hammered by blight, by corruption, by hurricanes. And it seems that no matter how hard they try, they can't seem to get out of underneath that oppression.
So what drives you to do this particularly? Coming from Pennsylvania, what drives you to go there?
I can't really explain that. It's just a first-year experience. I went down and had a good time and came back enriched. And you go down, I did anyway, feeling that I was going to be a blessing to these children, and it turns out to be just the opposite. And at the end of the trip, the kids asked me if I was coming back, and I said yes. And the next year when I went down, the kids asked me when I was coming back. It was no longer if. And they started calling me abuelo, which is Spanish for grandpa. And it just kind of got my heart.
Now, I know you've got an event coming up. We're talking lasagna. Everybody likes a lasagna. But
right.
Have you got any future plans for the school that you've got going on down there?
Pastor Achilles has asked us if we would fundraise so that he could add a 7th grade in February of 2022. The school year in Honduras runs from February through the end of November. And we think we will have enough money for that. But it's not a one-time fundraising. If you provide the funds for 7th grade in 2022, you need to provide it going forward because you've hired a teacher and equipped the classroom and so on. And then in 2023, he would like to add 8th grade, and in 2024, 9th grade. And then beyond that, he would like to add some vocational training to the school. So we have our hands full, and we need partners in order to do that. And by partners, I mean other churches willing to work with us, possibly go on trips and pledge to support however they can through giving or through fundraising or both to help with the salaries that will be incurred over that time.
Okay, so that sounds fantastic. So you're looking at adding grades then. You say
Correct.
7th through 9th?
Yes, 9th grade is considered a complete education, as in the United States it's 12th, in Honduras it's 9th. But one other thing we hope to be able to do eventually is provide scholarships so that kids who want to go beyond 9th grade can go to 10th, 11th, 12th, and eventually to college.
Have you heard from any of the kids that have completed it successfully?
No, I haven't, because the first couple times I went to the school, I really didn't establish any relationships. And then there was a year or two where I didn't go down. And then in 2019, we went to the school for the first time as a mission team solely to the school. And in 2020, we got wiped out by the COVID. So 2021 as well. So 2022 is our first opportunity to go back. But I do have lots of good success stories coming out of the orphanage where we worked prior to the school.
So other than the lasagna dinner, what can we do to help you? How can we get your mission rolling?
Okay, well, we have multiple fundraisers. We have a Facebook page, Christians Helping Honduras. Two that are coming up are a Mr. Sticky's sale, gift cards, and also a Cupcakes for a Cause is an organization that's going to be doing a gourmet cupcake sale that starts now. You can find that form at the Cupcakes for a Cause Facebook page and also at the Christians Helping Honduras Facebook page. And 100% of the funds will go to the school because the people who operate that organization provide the materials, the packaging, and everything needed, and the effort, the work effort to bake the cupcakes. So we're looking at that as a big one coming up. So beyond that, we're really looking for partners. So if you're attached to or belong to a church that doesn't have an offshore mission and would like to get involved, we'd like to hear from you. We're not trying to take church's mission attention away from whatever they're focused on now. We're looking for new opportunity.
Outstanding. So you're looking for any church in any location?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, location, we wouldn't turn somebody down who lived in Wisconsin, but it would be difficult. If they lived in the greater Williamsport area. Yeah,
that's kind of who you're looking at now is as far as our coverage goes. Down into Snyder Union counties, Lycoming, Clinton, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I would say anybody within a 50, 60-mile radius would be logistically easy, simple for us to work with.
And once again, how can those churches get a hold of you?
Just call me. My number is 570-980-4400. Preferably a text first to establish who you are, and I would call you back, and we would go from there.
Okay, sounds great. So let's talk once again before I let you go about the lasagna. So I'd like the details once again to kind of refresh everybody to get you all good and hungry.
Okay. Well, the meal, Eat and Run, has a terrific reputation for quality and quantity. The $15 price of the ticket gets the lasagna, garlic bread, salad, beverage, sliced cake, and your taxes. The only thing beyond that would be a tip if you eat in, and you can also take out. The seating is at 4:15, 5:30, 7 o'clock. You can get tickets at the door. We'd rather sell them to you in advance or at least get the head count so we can give Janet, the owner of Eat and Run, a good head count before the day of the event, October 28th from 4 to 8.
And how can you get those tickets if you do want to get them ahead of time?
You can text me, and I will make sure that you get them ahead of time if it's at all possible. And if not, we'll just have your head count at the door for you. But we also are having some door prizes. We're going to have a flower arrangement by Janet Small for each seating. We've got some things from Little League that were donated. Got some Honduran coffee. What else do we have? I'm missing something, but we've got a nice gift basket from the Crosscutters.
Oh wow!
We're still looking for other things that we could use for door prizes. So that's another way you could help us out.
Big thanks to Pete Hileman of Christians Helping Honduras. We talked about his upcoming trip to help the children of Honduras, how we can help, and lasagna. Thank you for listening to In Touch, a locally produced service of Backyard Broadcasting. The views and opinions expressed on In Touch are those of the guests and do not necessarily reflect the official party or position of Backyard Broadcasting. Any content provided by our guests are of their opinion, and they are not intended to malign a religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything.